Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're here for your first time, hello and welcome. You're going to love it right here. In today's video, I will be showing you an updated version of my lemon cake. It's shorter and way easier than my previous lemon cake. So stick around, let's work on this together. Welcome back. In a mixing bowl, I will be pouring in half a cup of melted butter, half a cup of vegetable oil. This is non-flavored vegetable oil. 1 cup of white sugar. And using my paddle attachment, I will be mixing that for about 2 minutes. So while that is mixing, I will put together my dry ingredients, beginning with 2.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour to be precise, half a cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda acts well with the white vinegar that will be pouring into the cake, and it helps to make the cake rise. So I will sieve that together to make the flour or the dry ingredients to be extremely airy, because we need this to make our cake super spongy and super airy as well. Once that was done, I used a whisk to mix. Then I added zest from 2 lemons that I grated, and I poured that in the mixing bowl as well. So once I poured that in the mixing bowl, I continued to mix. The flavor from the zest takes this to a whole nother level. So at this point in time, I have my dry ingredients, and I'll be pouring that in the mixing bowl as well, and I will be pouring in 1 cup of buttermilk alternatingly. Just continue to watch as I do this. And if you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. You're going to love it right here. Then I will be adding 3 eggs one at a time, and continue to mix so everything gets incorporated. So at this point in time, I alternated the eggs, the dry ingredients, and the buttermilk. Buttermilk consists of 1 cup of milk and 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. The white vinegar helps to make to give the perfect consistency of the buttermilk you want. So just continue to watch as I do this. Again, like I said, vinegar and baking soda as well as baking powder acts together to reduce the gluten that is being formed while mixing in the cake. The gluten, when there's too much gluten in cake, it makes the cake to be dense. So the combination of the vinegar in the buttermilk, the baking powder and the baking soda helps to reduce this gluten. Now I added a 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lemons and 2 teaspoons of lemon flavor. This was sent to me by my friend Anita, who bakes cakes in Douala, and I totally love this flavor. Douala is in Cameroon, so yep, I loved this flavor so much. Now I was done mixing with the paddle attachment. I continued the mixing using my spatula, because again, you don't want to over mix the cake because it forms gluten too much, and you don't want that in your cake. So I lined up my 8-inch cake pan as well as my loaf pan, and I covered that with parchment paper because I want the sides to be sharp and nice and clean, and the release to be so easy. So I poured the batter in these 2 baking tins. I took out everything, completely everything from the mixing bowl, and I poured them in the baking pans. Just continue to watch, and if you've watched to this point, thank you so much to all my returning subscribers. I am so grateful that you always come back to watch. After pouring the batter, I tapped the tins on the surface to get rid of any air bubbles. At this point, I was ready to bake my cake, and I put that in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit preheated, and I baked this cake for about 40 minutes or until when a toothpick inserted came out dry. This is how the cakes look like once they were done. I used a knife to just play around the sides for an easy release of the cakes. I don't want any cakes breaking or scattering on my hands, so I want to have a nice and neat release. So look at that. I love the look. I love the outcome. Quite easy. You can also bake this cake using a whisk, like you can do the mixture using a whisk. You don't necessarily need a standalone mixer, and yep, that is easy to go as well. I hope this is something you're going to be trying. Please let me know in the comment section if you prefer this recipe or my very first lemon cake recipe. I will be linking the description, in the description box. I will be putting the link of my very first lemon cake I shared with you guys, and let me know which one you prefer. I prefer this one. This is a lot shorter and easier and not as complicated as the first one. Again, it's all in the eating. Tasted so good, and I was so excited to dive right in. So I layered this cake up with an exotic fruit cake that I made. This was to celebrate a priest who was celebrating his 50th birthday, and I totally love the outcome, and I'll be sharing with you how I decorated the 50th birthday cake in my next video. So watch out for that video. You're going to learn so much, the little tricks I put into decorating my cakes to make my cakes to give that perfect sharp edges. So yeah, just continue to watch. Again, if you have been watching and you haven't subscribed, if you just come and play around, please do not forget to subscribe. And also, if you missed last week's video where I showed you how to make this amazing coffee cake, please check the link above to watch. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, life can get bitter. Eat lemon cake to make it sweet. Eat coffee cake to make it sweet. And until next week, thanks so much and bye. Stay blessed and stay tuned.